Hi, you're listening to the Perio Patient Podcast, episode number 15. I'm Dr. Ben Young, and the topic is smoking and how to stop. The last episode, I went into discussing the challenges of how to stop smoking and what it's like both from a physical standpoint and a psychological standpoint. I at least mentioned that there were two components. And we talked about how to get through the withdrawals from the physical addiction. So now I want to tell you my story because I think it's a good way to think about how to stop smoking and why people have such a hard time with this. Now, granted, it is an addiction and it isn't easy to overcome. And as I said last time, you can get through the withdrawal symptoms, the headaches and the restlessness and the mood changes and all of that relatively quickly. If we say it's within 5 days, maybe on the outside a week. And you can go through it faster if you will hydrate yourself. I didn't mention that last time. When you're stopping smoking, drink a lot of fluids and drink anything with vitamin B in it. B vitamins are very helpful because they calm the nerves. So you can drink smoothies and things. Those would help. And just keep yourself hydrated. Nicotine comes out of the body through your sweat and through urine. And so the more you hydrate, the faster it will come out. But that doesn't change the fact that there's always this pull to go back and have another smoke. It's incredibly enticing and addictive. So I stepped back and I thought about, well, why did I never smoke? And the answer is because I had some grandfathers who offered to pay me $100 if I did not smoke by the age of 21. And when I received this offer, I believe I was around 7 or 8 years old. And so I thought to myself, well, $100 at that time in my life was like $1 million. If I got a quarter, in an allowance, that was a lot of money. So $100, that was astronomical. And so I thought, well, there is no way I'm going to give away that money. I want the money when I'm 21. And it was actually $200 because when my second grandfather heard what my first grandfather had offered, he said, I'll double it. Now, the interesting thing about both of them is they were both big-time smokers. They smoked a lot. And they both died when I was around the age of 13 from smoking-related diseases, heart disease, lung problems. So when I reached the age of 21, it was my dad who made good on their promise, and he paid me $200. He also did that for 2 out of 3 of my siblings. My younger brother, turns out he admitted to smoking a cigar when he was in Colombia, South America, on a trip. But he's not a smoker either, so he's fine, even though he missed the money. But I had to think about, why is it that I was never enticed? And the answer to me was, I was reached before I was at an age when I would have been enticed to smoke by my peer group, by others my age. I could have been pulled into it, and yet it never occurred to me, because even if I had been offered whatever it was, I would have declined it because I was going to make $200. Now, underneath that, it's not just the money. It's the one who said to me, this isn't good for you, grandson, and I want you never to do this. So I will pay you $100 if you will not smoke before the age of 21. I guess his thinking too was, after the age of 21, I'm an adult, I can do whatever I want. But he wanted to at least make his statement on my life at an age where it could have an impact. So here's what I recommend. If you want to stop smoking, you have to change the perspective. It's no longer about you. If it's about you, and I'll turn it to me, if I'm the one stopping smoking and all I can think about is myself and what I'm going through and how miserable I'm feeling and all the rest of it, I will be constantly bombarded with thoughts and the pull to go back to ease the suffering of the addiction and go back and smoke. So what's the point? If I can talk myself out of smoking, I can just as easily talk myself back into smoking. So my recommendation is you have to change the view, the perspective, the reason why you're going to stop smoking. So I recommend that you take a pack of cigarettes, open up the top, throw away the cigarettes and keep the package. Get some photographs on the computer. You can print them and you can create the sizes that you need. So you can cut up the pictures of people you care about who are under the impressionable age before they have ever thought about smoking. I just had a grandson born. I could cut his picture out. I could cut out all of my grandchildren right now and put them into my cigarette package and then put their pictures in my package. Then take that package. If I'm a woman, put it in my purse. If I'm a man, maybe put it in a shirt pocket or coat pocket or even stick it in my back pants pocket. I don't care. But I have it on me. The point is that it's there. And when I have that desire to smoke, what I will do instead is I will reach for this pack of cigarettes and I will pull out the pictures of these little innocent ones. And if you don't have any children of your own, make friends and, pick some children of friends that you have or relatives, nieces, nephews. Find some children and do it for them. And so what you can also do to reinforce this, and I recommend this, because again, this isn't just about you. It's about this other person. So you sit down with them and say, look, I want to show you something. You see this? This is your picture. This picture is in a cigarette package that used to have cigarettes, but I'm not smoking cigarettes now because I want you to know I don't want you to ever smoke. So I'm going to go through this suffering that I will go through, but I'm doing it for you so you never have to do this. I don't want you ever to go through having smoked and having to stop smoking like I will have to do. But I love you so much, I'm going to do this for you. Now, let me also add, there's a group that you cannot do this for. Don't put your spouse's picture in the package. Don't put a teenager's picture in the package. These people can make up their own minds and decide what they want to do. They already have minds of their own, and they may have already smoked. So they're not the ones that I think give us the power to do this kind of work, which is stopping smoking is big work. So that's it. I'm going to stop there.